You have been told to eat fresh, probably your entire life. But what if that advice is kinda wrong? If I were to make a video on the preparation of this meal right here, the perception would probably be pretty poor if I were to prepare this entirely using frozen ingredients. But that's exactly what this is, and it's really good. I'll give you the recipe for this meal in just a minute. Currently, the consumer perceptions on frozen veggies are getting a lot better, but there's always room for improvement. Most consumers still favor fresh produce. It's associated with higher quality, better taste, and many times that's true. But frozen veggies are starting to get the light that they deserve. There are a lot of pros and cons though. Fresh vegetables can have better taste and texture, especially if you're eating them raw. They're often higher in certain sensitive antioxidants. And fresh vegetables are always ideal for things like salads. But nutrient degradation begins immediately post-harvest. So unless you have your own garden, you might not be getting many of the nutrients you believe you are. If you shop at a large grocery chain, like many of us do, most of your produce is probably shipped for long distances and stored for anywhere of 1 to 2 weeks. Typically, gases like nitrogen and carbon dioxide are used to slow down enzymatic reactions, microbial growth, and displace oxygen. That's used to slow down decay and stop food waste. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. Actually, I think it's pretty incredible that we've been able to figure out how to change atmospheric conditions in packaging and shipping containers to make fruits and vegetables last longer. That's not a bad thing. It absolutely reduces spoilage. But as soon as you get home, open up that package, toss it in your crisper drawer, spoilage begins, and sometimes rapidly. That's one of my biggest gripes. I've been talking about food waste a lot on the channel, and spoilage from produce is a #1 offender. I don't know how many times I've brought home a head of cauliflower or a cucumber to use in a salad maybe 2 or 3 days later. We pull it out of the crisper drawer and it's soft and mushy and ruined. Which is why I'm here to talk about frozen produce. Veggies to be specific today. Frozen veggies are typically picked and frozen at peak ripeness, which is what preserves the nutrients and extend the shelf life, which minimizes that waste and are often far cheaper and more accessible. But the texture of some frozen veggies can be softer after thawing. I wouldn't recommend using them in a salad. But a dish like this where everything was frozen comes together in less than 20 minutes? Highly recommend. Super easy to make, and it's good. We just need to throw a pan on the stove with a little bit of olive oil, 1 cup of frozen broccoli, a cup of bell pepper and onion mix, 1 cup frozen spinach, ½ cup frozen carrots, toss the lid on and let that cook for about 6 minutes, which is plenty of time for today's sponsor. It's been over a year now and I'm still getting comments about how much weight I've lost. Now over 110 pounds. I feel like a completely different person. And that's all because of the help of Noom Weight. Noom Weight is a proven long-term solution to weight management that only takes a few minutes a day. When people ask me how I lost weight, I always start by saying Noom. Because Noom not only gives you the how, but also the why behind your actions to empower you to take control of your health. Since starting Noom over 3 years ago, I have never felt better. I'm eating better, I'm eating healthier foods, I'm making better choices, I'm moving more. I just ran my first marathon and I'm signed up for a few more already. If you would have asked me a couple years ago when I started Noom how I thought life might be after all of these changes, I don't know if I would have been able to imagine this good. See, Noom promotes sustainable results. It's a different way to approach weight management. With support of individual and or group coaches, which you can choose if that works for you, and lessons or being uplifted by other community members, you will always find ways to feel supported for the ups and downs of your health journey. And all foods are welcome on Noom. I didn't learn like a quick fad diet with a bunch of rules. I learned how to eat sustainably and healthy for the rest of my life. I will never go back to the way I was. So gang, I know I feel like a new person and it's been a life-changing experience for me. And if you want to find that too, click the link in my description to take a free Noom evaluation and redeem your free 14-day trial. It's quick, easy, and will help you create your custom plan. Noom, thanks for sponsoring today's video and for helping me to change my life. Now we're back. Everything looks really good. I'm gonna pull the lid off, add a little bit of salt and black pepper, toss in about ½ cup of edamame, and now let's start our rice. I'm actually gonna be using a cauliflower rice. This is frozen as well. I'm gonna toss that into a large pot, let that cook for just a minute. I actually want the cauliflower rice to kind of brown up a little bit. I like my cauliflower rice when it has like a little bit of a crisp on it. Now I'm gonna make a peanut sauce that isn't frozen, but it pretty much is all ingredients that's fairly pantry safe. I'm gonna whisk together 2 tablespoons peanut butter, tablespoon soy sauce, teaspoon rice vinegar, half teaspoon maple syrup, and then 1 clove of fresh garlic. That's the only fresh thing on here. I'm also gonna add a little bit of hot chili sauce. That's up to you if you wanna add that or not. I just like the flavor. Then we just need to plate it up. I'm gonna add all the cauliflower rice, split the veggies into 2 servings, top with our peanut sauce and any topping you like. I like to use this everything seasoning with sesame seeds, and boom, this looks incredible. This bowl was only 268 calories, most of that coming from the peanut sauce. 20 grams of protein, 11 grams of fiber, and it is loaded with vitamin C, iron, and calcium. And for the calories, it's a pretty good amount of high-quality plant-based proteins. All these ingredients can be kept on hand in the freezer and can be used for many different dishes. This is just one super simple example, and it's out of this world. I normally don't even love cauliflower rice, but I'm telling you, for something simple and quick for lunch, this is fantastic. And in this example, this is one of them where it's dramatically cheaper. The fresh version of this bowl would have been about $4.50 to $5 per serving. This frozen version was $2 a serving. And there is a very minimal difference in nutrition. Broccoli side by side from fresh versus frozen, broccoli does lose a little bit of vitamin C, but the folate, fiber, and iron, they're not impacted. Carrots lose a little beta carotene, but everything else stays the same. But the spinach retains far more nutrients when you're buying it frozen. Frozen spinach has more vitamin A, calcium, and iron. So bottom line, for nutrient density, the clear winner is frozen. Texture, fresh, especially when eating them raw. But if you're cooking them up, often it's a mixed bag. Shelf life and convenience, frozen, definitely the clear winner. Cost efficiency, frozen, winner. Taste, well, that's subjective. I don't mind this dish at all. And I mean, honestly, this came out pretty dang good. I enjoyed this. If somebody gave this to me, I wouldn't look at them and tell them they served me a frozen dish. But what about the environmental impacts? Frozen is the clear winner. Frozen vegetables absolutely contribute to far less food waste, which leads to a significant impacts on the environment for lowering greenhouse gas emissions. And by having more frozen veggies on hand, you are more likely to eat more vegetables, adding more nutrients and fiber to your diet, leading to a healthier lifestyle. There are many studies that are done that have proven that the cost savings and longer shelf lives means more people are more likely to consume more veggies, and it makes you more likely to consume those frozen fruits and vegetables. So honestly, what's the end goal of this video? What do I recommend? Trying to keep a mix on hand. Don't feel bad for using frozen veg. You can make great meals. Nobody's gonna look down on you, except the snobs. Personally, the ones that I like to keep frozen, green peas. They're actually often considered superior to their fresh counterpart. Spinach, more nutrient dense, works perfectly in smoothies, soups, and pastas. Broccoli can retain its crunch, bright color, and most of its nutrients. Edamame, which is an amazing source of protein, and when frozen, it's really quick to add to dishes. Cauliflower rice, it's super low in calories, high in fiber, and it's easy to mix into a meal. And mixed vegetable blends. These are super convenient. They offer a variety of nutrients in one package. It's incredibly ideal for whipping up a quick meal. If you have any tips or tricks for using frozen veg at home, leave them in the comments below. I would love to hear them. And make this. This is super good. I love this. Maybe everybody was upset that you didn't get the taste test in the last video, so here are your thoughts. Go ahead.
On this? Okay.
Yeah.
This is great. I love this.
Yeah, it's really good. What do you think? Like,
So it's got like a nice sesame peanutty taste.
Yeah.
I love that. It feels very healthy.
Yeah.
I love that it's got like some rice and carbs in here. Is this like a brown rice or what is this?
What do you think?
Oh wait, is this cauliflower?
Yeah. Yeah. Wait.
I was like, wait a second. This isn't rice at all. Yeah.
So,
and I thought it was rice though.
So go ahead, get another bite of the veggies. Such small little bites. It's like I don't even know. Okay. What if I were to tell you that every single ingredient in here was frozen? Like, would you know? Yeah.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
I wouldn't think that.
Yeah, it's a good meal. Okay, go ahead. You can give your breakdown.
Now, the carrots look like I would only guess like because they look like this is what a frozen carrot looks like.
I know.
And how it's like sliced and kind of like, what is that, julienne?
Yeah, the ring.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, it tastes very fresh. It's delicious. I would not guess that this was frozen. Nothing is like mushy or not normal, you know, like where I'm like, oh, this is definitely a frozen one. The cauliflower tastes like rice. Like I actually thought it was rice originally until I was like, wait a second. And I just want to keep eating it. Very good.
Not bad, right?
Yeah.
Like a quick stir fry kind of thing. You know, with like peanut sauce.
Yeah. It's almost like a stir fry, like a cooked salad.
Yeah. Yeah, because there's the spinach and stuff.
Yeah. So, yeah, very good.
But this whole bowl is only like 250 calories.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah. 20 grams of protein.
Give me all of this then.
Yeah.
Eat it all day, all night.
So here you go. This is what Monica has to say. Okay. Well, there's your lunch.
Yay.
Well, you already ate lunch, but yeah, but not bad, right?
No, that's really good.
Yeah, for a completely